Alright, this is the front side of the review for the log test. First thing is these formulas will be written on your test. Effective rate of interest, let P equal 100 and T equal 1. That will not be on there. You have to know that one. Doubling an investment, where P is 1 and A is 2 and solve. That will not be on there. And you don't need to know this one. This was not going to be on the test this year. So this one will be on the test for you. All these ones with little bullets will be on the test. The two with stars you need to know. Alright, so let's get this review started. So the first 5 problems say express as a single log. So we're going to remember a few rules, and one of them is anytime you're adding, we can rewrite it as multiplication. And anytime we're subtracting, we can write it as division. And anytime you're multiplying by a number out front, you can make it a power. So on number 1, we have log base A of H plus log base A of K. Because we see a plus sign, I can go rewrite this as a multiplication problem. Notice it says single log, so I only write the word log one time, and I'm going to do H times K, HK. Done. That's it. On number 2, I see a plus sign, which means I'm going to multiply. I'm also multiplying by a number out front, which means it was a power. There's another number out front, which means it's also a power. Again, I write the log word one time, log base A of 4 to the third times 5 to the second. Now you might see the answer right there, or Miss Puckett may go a little bit further, and she may actually go find out what is 4 to the third times 5 squared. So 4 to the third times 5 squared equals 1600. So log base A of 1600. Number 3, I see a number out front that I'm multiplying by, so it's going to turn into a power. I see a minus sign, which is going to tell me division. Again, I write the word log one time, so log base A of W to the 4th power divided by Y. Done. That's all I had to do. Alright, number 4, it looks a little bit harder, but it's not. The plus signs again mean to multiply. There's a number out front, so it's going to become an exponent. The minus sign is going to tell me to divide. The number out front is going to raise it to a power. So I write the word log one time, and then I'm going to have 2y squared and x all together. And it doesn't matter the order you write it in. I like to write it alphabetically, so I'm going to write x, y squared. If you wrote y squared x, that's fine too. Divided by, that 5 is going to go to the top, z to the 5th. Okay, I know that's messy, so I'm going to tell you what it says. It says xy squared divided by z to the 5th. Number 5 is going to work the same way. That 2 is going to come up here. That's going to be a plus. Plus is going to change to a times. That minus sign means division. That 1/2 means I'm going to take 4 to the 1/2 power. And that plus sign means to multiply. So we're going to write the word log one time. So log of x squared times 4 would be 4x squared divided by 4 to the 1/2, but I also have an x. Now you have to remember what 4 to the 1/2 means. 4 to the 1/2 really means the square root of 4. So I have 4x squared over the square root of 4 is 2x. Now I can go ahead and simplify. So log of 4 divided by 2 is 2. X squared over x is x. So it's just log of 2x. And that one's done. Number 6 wants me to go the opposite way. They gave me a log, a single log, and I'm going to rewrite it as a sum, a difference, or I'm going to go make a power turn into a factor, a number out front. So this says 3 times x times y, and if it's multiplication, it means I can rewrite it as addition. So we're going to have to write the word log 3 different times. So log base 2 of 3 plus log base 2 of x plus log base 2 of y. And you're done. Number 7, I've got a division problem, so that's going to tell me that I'm going to use subtraction. I'm multiplying these two, so that's going to be an addition. I'm multiplying these two, so that's going to be an addition, and those powers are going to have to come out front. So we're going to have log base 7 On the top, we're going to have 5 plus 2 log base 7 of x. Remember that 2 was an x squared. The division means to put a minus. Now I'm going to take care of the bottom. That's a 7 times y to the third. So log base 7 of 7 times is going to change to a plus. Y to the third means the 3 is going to come out front, and then I'm going to have a y. You could go a little bit further and know that log 7 of 7 is really equal to 1. So really all of this could cross out and just be 1. So log base 7 of 5 plus 2 log base 7 of x minus 1 plus 3 log base 7 of y. All right, number 8, we're multiplying. So I'm going to rewrite these as addition, and these powers are going to come out front like multiplication. So I'm going to have 2 log u, remember that 2 was an exponent, plus 3 log v, remember that 3 was an exponent. On 9 through 12, it says use the change base formula and a calculator to evaluate the logarithms. Round your answer 3 decimal places. So your change of base formula will be written right here at the top. It says to divide the argument, the log of the argument, divided by the log of the base, the little number. So the big number divided by the little number, you just have to type the logs in. So it's actually pretty easy, especially since I'm giving you the formula. So the big number is the 0.255. So I type that one in first. So I type in log of 0.255 divided by log of the little number. And I'm going to round it 3 decimal places, so negative 1.244. And that's it. It's just a matter of typing it in. Negative 1.244. We're going to do the same thing for this one. You're going to type the log of the big number in first. So log of 1.75 divided by log of 2.5. And we get 0.611. 0.611. Okay. Number 11, again, the log of the big number. So we're going to write down log of 0.467. I know you don't have to type in a 0, I just like to. Divided by a log of 4. And we get negative 0.549. Alright, last one. Log of the big number, 4.3, divided by log of the little number, 5.6. And we get 0.847. Okay, so those to me are gimme questions. I'm giving you the formula and everything. All you have to do is type it in. On 13 through 22, when they ask you to solve the equation, the first thing I'm going to do when I see a log equation is try to change it to an exponential. Remember, you keep the base and switch the others. So my base is 4. I'm going to raise it to the 5th, and it's going to equal x. So from that point, all I have to do is go type 4 to the 5th in my calculator, and we find out 1,024. And you're done. It's that simple. That's all you have to do. So we're going to do it again right here. It's a log problem, so you keep the base, switch the numbers. So my base is 3. I'm going to switch it. 3 to the 6 equals x. And then I go type it in my calculator. 3 to the 6, and I get 729. Okay. On this log problem, I have a log on the left and a log on the right. Since I only have one log on each side and they have the same base, I can set these equal. So x plus 5 equals 4x minus 35. I'm going to move this x on the left to the right by subtracting and get 3x. I'm going to move that negative 35 to the left and add it and get 40. So now all I have left to do is get x to be a 1x, so I'm going to divide. So x equals 40 over 3. And leave it just like that. 16, I have an x on the left and an x on the right. They have the same basis, so I make it equal. 2x plus 3 equals 4x minus 21. I'm going to move the 2x to the right. So 4x take away 2x is a positive 2x. I'm going to move the negative 21 to the left, so 3 plus 21 is going to give me 24. Divide by 2. X equals 12. Okay, on number 17 is the typo. It should be 6 to the x equals 216, not 16. So when you have an exponential equation, you try to get like bases. So I have 6 to the x, and I'm trying to figure out, is there a number 6 to some power that equals 216? So you just go check. So I'm going to do 6 to the second, not it, 6 to the third, oh, there it is, 6 to the third. All right, 6 to the third. Now that I have like bases, I can make those equal, so x equals 3. Same thing for number 18. I'm trying to make this right here, 4096, a base of 4, so I just start trying some stuff. 4 to the third, nope. 4 to the fourth, nope. 4 to the fifth, nope. 4 to the sixth, there it is. So it's 4 to the sixth. So, like bases on both sides, x equals 6. On number 19, we have a log equation again. And when you have a log equation and you only have one log, the first thing you do is you flip it to an exponential. Again, we're going to keep the base, so 7, and then we're going to flip. 7 to the x equals 49. Now I do it like this. I get like bases. So 7 to the x equals 7 squared. So x equals 2. We're going to do the same thing right here. I only have one log, so I keep the base, switch the numbers. So it looks like my base is 3. So I come over here and I'm trying to figure out 3 to what power is 729. So I'm going to go try 3 to the 4th. Nope. 3 to the 5th. Nope. 3 to the 6th. There it is. So 3 to the x equals 3 to the 6th. So x equals 6. Number 23, the directions say, solve the exponential equation, express the solution set in terms of natural logs. So they don't want me to log both sides, they're giving me a big hint right there, take the natural log. So I already know that for all these problems, I'm going to have to take the natural log. So on 23, in order to take the natural log, you say ln of e to the 6x equals the natural log of 9. Now we're going to use our properties of logs and pull that exponent out front. All right, 6x, the natural log of e, equals to the natural log of 9. And then we're going to remember that anytime you have the natural log and e together, they really equal 1. And 1 times 6x is just 6x. So 6 times x equals the natural log of 9. So x equals the natural log of 9 divided by 6. We're going to leave our answer just like that because it said leave your answer in terms of the natural log. All right, now we're going to do 24. Same thing. So we're going to write down the natural log of e to the 8x equals the natural log of 5. We're going to bring that 8x out front. So 8x natural log of e equals the natural log of 5. Natural log of e is 1. 1 times 8x is 8x. To get x by itself, I'm going to divide the natural log of 5 by 8, and I'm going to leave it just like that. 25 is going to work the same way. The only difference is I have more than one term in the exponent. So this time when I natural log, because I'm thinking you're getting the hang of this, I'm going to go ahead and bring the exponent out front. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this out front. So I'm going to have x plus 4 natural log of e equals the natural log of 7. Again, the natural log of e is just 1, and 1 times x plus 4 is x plus 4. To get x by itself, this is x plus 4, so I'm not going to divide because the opposite of addition is to subtract. So x is going to equal the natural log of 7 minus 4. I'm going to come over here and do this one more time. Again, I'm going to bring that x plus 3 out front so I can save myself a step. So x plus 3 times the natural log of e equals the natural log of 9. The natural log of e is 1, and 1 times x plus 3 is x plus 3. I'm trying to get x by itself, and this says x plus 3, so the opposite of addition is subtraction. So x equals the natural log of 9 minus 3. Okay, so that's the front of your review sheet. There'll be a second video to follow that will be over the back.